Now, out this week, games and movies for
We've
you
been
to
going
have
for
a
4 hours.
nosy at. Let's do games first. And Murdered Soul Suspect.
What the hell was that?
Scottish. Tag it.
Yeah, exactly.
Have we got any Scottish games?
No. So, Murdered.
It's not set in Scotland, it's set in Salem, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Which I was there recently.
Did you see any witches?
I saw some new witches. Wiccans.
Oh.
A lot of Wiccans live around that area.
Any cats?
It's like the official, it's kind of the Celtic religion.
Oh, is it? Right.
Yeah.
I didn't
It's
know
the
that.
thing that's kind of...
Well, look on
deformed into
Wikipedia, that'll tell
It's
you.
a bit.
Thanks.
Maybe.
It's a bit
religion.
Wicker Man.
Did you see
Right.
any Soul
Nature of it.
Suspects while you were there, Dan?
No, I didn't. So
Dragging it back on
it's
course.
kind of like... Are you reviewing this?
Am I reviewing it? No, Lucy reviewed it.
Yes.
Am
No,
I,
in
am
the
I
context of
reviewing
this
her
week.
review? No, you go for it. Knock yourself out.
230 how many podcasts and they still don't know how it works.
This is the worst out this week we've ever done.
Well, so Murdered Soul Suspect is out this week, and it's about, isn't it, a private investigator from the afterlife, something like that.
Podcast Beyond that has nothing on us.
So a guy has been shot many times in the chest.
It's
He
basically
died.
you're a detective at the beginning of the game. You die and you solve your own murder from beyond the
that
grave.
sounds-
Oh, that's interesting.
sounds good.
Cool
Yeah.
setup.
But-
sounds like a
Oh.
cool setup, but it's actually a bit dull to play.
And also, it doesn't make the
You
most
just-
of your ghostly powers.
No, you just go around collecting clues that are just on the floor and it's pretty lame.
So
Aww.
it's a game that's a little bit dead on arrival.
Doesn't make the most of the ghost.
Oh
So he's not the ghost with the most.
no.
Who was the most of the most?
Who was that?
I don't know.
Who was Beetlejuice? What was
He
it?
was the ghost with the most.
Yeah.
It was Beetlejuice.
Yeah, yeah.
You should know that.
Well, that's what I wanted to say, but I didn't want to go too early. But he's also a bioexorcist.
I know that.
All right, fair enough. And then Tomodachi Life.
Oh, yes.
Which just came out in Japan ages ago. A lot of furore about the fact that you can't have same-sex marriage in the game, but it's like a cute little Sims for your me's, essentially.
It's supposed to be a bit bonkers, isn't it?
It is. It's really very, very Japanese and eccentric. And I don't think the kind of the argument should overshadow what is a very weird and interesting, cute little game. Like you can do loads
Nintendo are
of
great at doing that
crazy
kind of
stuff in
stuff.
it.
See,
There's
we
not
love
much game
Nintendo.
to it. Yeah, we do.
Have you been playing it a lot then?
Yes, and my girlfriend's been playing it a lot, and loads of weird stuff happens, like weird, honestly, just like batshit stuff.
Okay.
I swore it.
All right. What about movies?
There are a lot of films out this week.
Yep.
So I will bash through them. What should we talk about first? Cheap Thrills. We talked about that a lot
You
on the
love
podcast.
that movie.
It's a really cool film. Yeah, it's like kind of like Twilight Zone kind of episode, or it's a very dark black comedy about a couple of down and out.
Dark black.
As opposed to just being a grey black
just
comedy.
shades of black.
It's a jet black comedy.
Okay, nice.
See, about a couple of guys who end up taking on a series of challenges for money that escalate, and it turns really nasty.
Do you ever worry that the term black comedy is used just because a film isn't that funny and it's meant to be funny?
I use it when I find that I'm in the cinema and I'm the only one laughing. So it may just be something wrong
So
with me.
basically, backs up your humour.
Something really horrible's happening and I'm finding this really amusing, but no one else
you'd
seems to
love
be.
Game of Thrones, mate. You'd love Game of Thrones. It's a fucking black comedy.
The Dirties, which is a black comedy. The Dirties was a very interesting movie. Very young guy made it. He wrote and directed it. He's only about 19, I think. I think he's Canadian. And it's a comedy about a high school massacre.
Oh wow, that is a dark black
Well,
comedy.
you go in thinking this sounds disgusting, and it's actually really clever. It's one of the smartest kind of investigations of why these things happen and what's wrong in society that we're allowing it to happen. And it starts off funny, but then it obviously isn't funny towards the end of the film. So that one's worth checking out. The Sacrament, which is the new horror film from Ty West. Ty West fan, Stu? You like some, you don't like others, I seem to remember.
That's right. I can't remember what he's done.
House of the Devil.
Innkeepers.
Oh, I liked Innkeepers, yeah. I liked House of the Devil, actually, I think.
Slow-burning horror films he makes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't tell him that because he gets bloody annoyed and you have an argument with him in the pub in Soho. which is what I did.
Does everybody do that?
Yeah, everybody.
no,
You came away, oi mate, you make slow burning horror films.
Oh, now I'm going to have to fly all the way back to Soho and have an argument with you.
But it's genuinely everyone has said it at one time or other who's reviewed his films, I think, and I just happen to be the person who got bore the brunt of his anger. But I stand by that statement. But this one isn't. Oh, it's a bit of a slow burner. But this one,
There you go.
this one is loosely based on the Jonestown Massacre.
Right.
Oh,
You know, the Don't
Yeah.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
And it's very, very.
right. He's going to stop you there.
I know. We've done. Go on.
We've
Go
done it
on.
many times.
Go on. But maybe not on the podcast.
But it's not been debunked, but common misconception. In reality, it wasn't Kool-Aid. It was a rival brand called Flavor Aid that was used.
There you go.
And I will drink my have a drink from my pomegranate hibiscus. It's very good though. It's very
You're
dark.
such a... Honestly.
God. He should make a horror film called Slow Burner.
Oh yeah, imagine.
About
I think
demented
he's launched a production company called Slow Burning Films or something.
Well, he's bringing it on himself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that was worth seeing, but it's very disturbing. There's a film called I Declare War, which is quite an unusual film, a bit Lord of the Flies. It's about a bunch
Some
of
walls.
no. Oh, come on, guys, we're nearly there. About a group of kids playing capture the flag, but it's really kind of a metaphor for real life war. They take hostages and nasty things happen, and it's not quite as clever as it thinks it is, but it's an interesting approach.
Child actors.
All child actors. A film about war starring sort of 8-year-olds in a forest in the States. Fruitvale Station.
There's a lot
I've
of
heard
films,
very
actually.
good films, very good things about
Yeah,
Fruitvale
I
Station.
haven't seen Fruitvale, but we gave it a very good review on the site. It was
that?
critically acclaimed in the States. It's based on a true story. A guy called Oscar Grant, who on January the 1st, 2009 or 2002, I'm not sure off the top of my head, he was shot by police, and he didn't have a weapon, and I think the police officer's defence was he thought he was using his taser to shoot him, but he used his gun. And a lot of people caught the footage on their cameras and phones and things, and it went online, and it caused big debate and big controversy.
And the film was basically the last day of his life, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a day in the life of this guy who was very popular. Everyone liked him in his community. He's played by Michael B. Jordan, who we just posted an interview with. He's playing the Human Torch in the New Fantastic Four. Really good up-and-coming actor. Cool. We have Grace of Monaco, which I haven't seen either. It's screened in Cannes, and apparently it's the funniest film of the year. Unintentionally so.
Right.
With Nicole Kidman playing Grace of Monaco, and lots of very good English actors doing very bad French accents in it.
Apparently it is absolutely lousy.
So almost worth seeing just to laugh at rather than with.
Yeah. But then you don't want to pay money to see that, do you?
Wait for it to come on the telly. And the big film of the week is 22 Jump Street, which I've seen and reviewed on the site. I gave it a 7 out of 10. If you like the first one, you'll like this one.
Yeah.
I like the first one. I like this one. It's
okay.
Unfortunately, it's the same story and the same jokes.
Right.
But
There's even like a line in it that says "just do what you did last time," isn't there, or something like that?
there are about 20 lines like that.
Oh, really?
And they're all quite funny, but after a while it's like, yeah, I get it. And it's funny that you're acknowledging this, but something new now.
It was always going to be difficult because the last one was such a sleeper hit, wasn't it? It took everybody by surprise.
And it was very fresh, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Very, very unexpected. So I would say check out Cheap Thrills if I'm going to recommend one film, but 22 Jump Street you can't go wrong with as well.
Okay.
And what game are you recommending, guys?
Probably Tomodachi Life, I think.
Yeah, or Among the Sleep, which came out actually late last week.
Just reviewed that.
Just reviewed that, where it's a first-person horror adventure where you play as a two-year-old child looking for your mum who's gone missing in the middle of the night.
What?
So it's a laugh. It's a black comedy.
It does sound quite fun.
Jet black.